Hi everyone. In the previous video, we were left with a problem related to array that is all about sorting the elements in ascending order. So this is how our question looks like. The elements were placed in a random order and we have to sort these elements in ascending order, and this is how our output looks like. Now let's see how we can do this. At first, we'll simply compare two values, and if the second value is smaller than the first value, then we'll simply swap the values. So this is the brief logic behind this problem. Now for comparing two values, here's the block of code. At first, we'll simply declare two variables I and j. The value of I will start from 0 and it will goes up to 5 because we are having 5 elements in our array. So I will be pointing to the first element here, and the value of j will start from I plus 1 because j will be pointing to the second element here, and it will also go up to 5 because we are having 5 elements in our array, and after each iteration the value of j will increase. And here's the test condition: if the value pointed by j is less than the value pointed by I, then we'll simply swap the value. So here's the block of code for swapping. Let's make this block of code a bit clear with a simple example. Here's a glass containing milk and here's another glass containing water. What if we have to swap these two values? With a simple logic, we'll simply bring another empty glass, and at first we'll pour the milk into that glass. So this is basically the step 1, and in the next step we'll pour the water into the first glass, and in the last step we'll pour the milk into the second glass. So this is how we can swap these two things. So while swapping the value stored in an array, we'll be doing the same thing. At first, we'll simply declare another variable called temp, and the temporary variable called temp will have the value pointed by I, and after this, the I will have the value pointed by j, and at last j will have the value of a temporary variable. I hope you are clear with this. Now let's see the actual code for this problem. So here's the actual code for this problem. At first, I've simply declared an array called num, which will be having 5 elements inside this, and this is the size of an array. I've written the same elements inside the curly braces, and I've declared two variables I and j for looping, and the temporary variable called temp for swapping the value, and I've written the same block of code for comparing the values, and the same block of code for swapping all the two values. And after each iteration we'll print the values. So I've written printf for printing the values. So this is the whole code, and now let's see whether this works fine or not. So if I'll run the code here, then you can see the output as 1, 3, 4, 5, 18 and 45. So the elements are now sorted in ascending order. So this is how we can sort the elements in ascending order. At last, I have a question for you all. What if we have to sort the same elements of array in descending order? If you know the answer, leave the answer in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching.